If you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say welcome back. My name is Kamoy, and we are tapping and inventing this energy today as we have now approached Aries season, right? So we're now in a new Gregorian calendar year, right? Beginning Aries season, jumping off the zodiac wheel. And what we're doing is we're mastering the archetype of every sign for the next 12 months, okay? So now that we're standing, right, in Aries season, this is an energy where you step into your I amness. This is an energy where you tap into the personality type that you're going to be presenting to the world. Now, some of us come in with our own unique archetypes based on whether, like, for example, you're a Taurus or you're Gemini, and some of that is definitely mixed in with your numerology map out, right? But for the most part, we all have had trauma, we all have had disappointments, we all have had regrets, we all have had situations that didn't work out the way we thought they should work out or the way that they did work out, right? So with that being said, you then have to go back constantly, and I don't want to say reinvent yourself, but making sure that you're peeling off the layers or you're shedding whatever old experiences that no longer work for you, okay? So we are tapping into a season right now where you have an opportunity to walk with a life full of delight. We have an opportunity here where you're really embracing the flower of life. You're being inspired. You're looking forward to new things. You're looking forward to, just going out and letting the sun hit your face, right? But for some of you, you've also been calling in this divine union energy. And it's something that actually began internally. Okay, so this is an energy that would have began internally. This is a longing and an inner working that would have began internally. It's almost like you've been saving yourself for something special. You've been saving yourself for, I want to say, a uniquely, divinely orchestrated experience, right? Now, for some of you, you've even been feeling maybe like dating or boundary setting with people that you love have become even more of a refinement, right? Because you're really not entertaining anything vibrationally that does not meet the resonance of where you are foundationally now, right? So this is new. And sometimes when things is new, there's a bit of the unknown that you still have to get comfortable with, okay? So in Aries season, we're getting comfortable in the unknown spaces of yourself so you can signify and solidify what your baseline energy is going to be for the next 12 months, okay? And let me just say, really and truly, for the month of Aries season, we're tapping into the tone of delight. Every movement, every thought, every experience should move in the resonance of being delighted. That should be the expectation that you walk with. Being delighted, having a delightful experience, laughing, joking, shoulders down energy, like seeing the beautiful and seeing a beautiful butterfly and seeing that beautiful butterfly in different eyes, and that happens sometimes when you awaken, when you shed an old version of you that no longer fits this new version of you. You can find that the grass is greener, the flowers are brighter, the sun is even shining more shinier, right? So there is these wonderful aspects of you that's now coming onto line. You're now embracing parts of yourself maybe that you may have hid from or shunned away from in the past. And you're now in a position right now where you are tapping into the flower of life. You're being awed, right? And what I feel here energetically, this is literally the universe tapping you on your shoulder and saying, you asked me to show up and show out, so here I am, right? It really feels like the universe is showing up and showing out in this energy, all right? So we're going to go ahead and sound the tones and jump into what the message is for today. Today's Monday, Moon Day, okay? Monday's connected to your emotional energy, okay? Monday's also ruled by the moon, and Cancer is ruled by the moon. So we're tapping into the archetype of Cancer today for this reading, right? And Cancer's archetype is I feel. So we're literally tapping into emotional energy today, okay? So I want you to go ahead and grab your water. We're going to charge your water with the first 3 tones of love. Okay, so that's safety, trust, and stability. And then we're going to go ahead and clear the air for the 4 elements. Okay, first element that we're going to clear the air for is a wonderful fire element. That's going to be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. If you are not an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, apply this energy to your willpower, your responses, your reactions, or your actions, okay? Or lack of actions, all right? The next one you're going to hear is going to be for the water element. We're talking about Cancer. We're talking about Scorpio. We're also talking about Pisces. If you're a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, this element is for you. But if you're not, right, this element is water element. It applies to your emotions, your intuitions, as well as your feelings, okay? That you can then begin to connect to energy bands, all right? Now, the third tone you're going to hear is going to be for the wonderful air element. So if you are an air sign, that is going to be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, okay? This message, or this tone rather, is going to be for you. But if you are not a air sign, okay, so we're talking about Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, you're going to apply this tone to your thoughts, your thinking, your deductive reasoning skills, your logical side, okay? Last one you're going to hear is going to be for the wonderful earth signs. So we're talking about Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. If you're not a Taurus or Virgo or Capricorn, my loves, you're going to apply this portion of the wheel is going to be applied to the earth things, the physical things, the house, the car, the bills, okay? The job, okay? That types of stuff, okay? So let's go ahead and clear the tone so we can jump into this message. First tone, fire elements. Second tone, water elements. Third tone, air element. Fourth tone, water element. Okay. All of those tones was pretty even. Nothing stood out to one particular than the next. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive into the energy. So we know the looping tone that we're holding for this week, right, is the flower of life, inspiration, tapping into your dreams, being in awe, right? Allowing the universe to show up and show out for you, right? Literally allowing the universe to show up and show out for you. Especially if you've been spending a lot of time in meditation, a lot of quiet time to yourself, a lot of time being very purposeful and mindful in the thoughts that you're putting out, okay? You've really been paying attention to doing the work, right? You've really been paying attention to healing. You've really been paying attention to letting go, I want to say, of those things from the past that no longer serve you, viewing things differently, right? I mean, really putting in that work, okay? And for some of you, spending time by yourself has been required for this work, right? So maybe even feeling a little lonely, okay? Now you've come to the precipice. I hope I said that right? But you've come to the point in life where you know something has changed and something is changing and the universe is beginning to show you synchronicity, okay? So this delight in this flower of life energy that we're talking about here as we're moving through this week is really about synchronicity, okay? Pay attention to the synchronicities, even the little ones, okay? Even the little ones. We've been talking about divine union is coming in for a while now, and I'm telling you, loves, my lovely gurus, I'm telling you, it is here. It's here. It's here. No ifs, ands, buts. It is here, okay? Here. Right here. Dead smack in your face here, okay? Right here. Dead smack in your face here, all right? So, let's take a look and see where this energy is unfolding today. All right, let's clarify where this energy is unfolding and what you need to be mindful of as you're walking in delight and you're allowing yourself to be wooed by the universe. Ooh, this feels so good. Like you're literally allowing yourself to be wooed. Some of you. And I think the scary part of this for some of you is it's going to be like, is this even real? Right? Can I even trust this? Is this even real? Can I even trust this to be real? Right? Can I? Is this a mirage? Is this going to disappear before my eyes? Right? Okay, where is this energy unfolding? All right. Oh, the energy is unfolding and it's saying that your commitments are being tested. And I feel like this is what we talked about earlier. I feel like this is returning past energy coming into your vortex or your field, right? To see if you're really past that wound, to see if you've really done the work in this area, right? So if we're talking even about romantic love, it would be like the same energy of the old archetypes trying to reach out to you, or meeting the same energy of the old archetypes trying to reach out to you. And the test is going to be whether or not you entertain those type of relationships, because you can immediately tell, because there are different phrases, there are different words, there are different, I want to say, clues that this type of energy from the past will give you, right? And when this person shows up and they try to run that game on you, they try to gaslight and they try to love bomb and they try to manipulation. Have you done enough work where you can see that? Or are you trying to entertain it? Excuse me. See? Okay, confirmation burp, right? Are you still trying to entertain past things that you know you shouldn't be entertaining? Because that's where this loop is unfolding. It's unfolding, and what changes have you said that you need to be made to explore this beautiful new energy that's coming in? And are you showing up for yourself in these moments, right? When you're being tested, when these people or these situations or these challenges come in front of you, where you have an opportunity to go back in the past and be triggered, to go back in the past and try to fix people, and go back in the past and don't recognize that people are who they are, right? Or you nipping it in the bud and walking away. Are you nipping it in the bud and walking away? Because they're saying here your commitments are being tested. So if you're going to walk in this feeling of delight, right? Because Cancer is also feeling energy, right? How does this feel to you? If you're walking and you're holding this feeling of delight and synchronicity, right? With the flower of life and everything is really starting to operate from a place of synchronicity for you, right? You know immediately, my love, whether or not this is something you want to entertain or not, right? Yep, see? You're cautiously, and I want to say strategically, being guarded and vulnerable only to the spaces and the people and the situations that you know is going to yield you that delight. It's like you're guarding your energy because you know you're being tested. If you're out here really doing your work, you're guarding your energy because you know you are going through a test. You're guarding your energy because you know that this is the season where all of the seeds that I planted in the past, all of them, begin to take root. Okay, look at this. Facades. You're being guarded and definitely showing vulnerability only where you need to show it, because you see people and the mask is that okay, let me repeat that. You see people in their mask. And not only do you see people on their mask, you also see yourself and the masses that you are, right? And how many masks you have to take off. And how many belief systems you have to convert into knowing. Not just believing, but knowing. Right? So, you're being tested. Can you see past people's masks? Can you see past people's belief system? Can you see past the gaslighting and the love bombing, the manipulation, what's the word? It's at the tip of my tongue. Oh my gosh. You know, when you give people a tap on the back or you praise people, there's a word for that. It's at the tip of my tongue. And accolades, I think it is. I hope I said that right? So your commitments are also being tested. And it's not just your commitments to other people. It's more so your commitments to yourself. Your commitments to this new version of you that you've stepped into. That's really what's going to be tested here, right? Are you committed to you? You cannot move into this new energy that went in and not be wholeheartedly tapped into you. It's not going to work like that. Okay, you cannot be wholeheartedly tapped into this great remembering that we're going to, or call it an awakening, or whatever we're going to, unless you're tapped into you. You cannot step into that new beautiful energy of delight and the flower of life unfolding until you begin to peel off these masks, right? And get from a place of beliefs and get to a place of knowing, right? When you get to a place of knowing, you understand that there is balance in everything. What we call karma is really cause and effect. It's your choice versus it's your choice versus not taking a choice. We know that everything needs to be balanced, and we know that the universe doesn't do blind justice. Okay, we know that part. Okay, this one slid itself out. So this is how to navigate the energy. Oh, I can't listen, y'all. How you're navigating the energy, surrendering to the divine. This is what I'm saying to you, but this is where you need to know who you are, right? This is because if you're being tested, right? Man, listen, this means you are not supposed to be wasting your energy or giving your energy to anything. Anything that is not in resonance with you. You are not to give your attention to anything. Seeds. You've planted seeds and they're springing up. So you need to surrender. This is where the synchronicity comes in. Because for a lot of you, heavily fucking protected for a lot of you. And for a lot of you, even your unions with your new counterparts that's coming in, these are sacred unions. Heavily protected. Like both of you would have had to do the work. There is a feeling of nostalgia for some of you because this energy that you're pulling in is not just an energy, it's not a surface energy. This is an energy of depth. Okay? This is a soul memory that's being remembered. This is a soul awakening. The seed was planted long before you got into this lifetime. That's why you need to surrender. The universe is meant to show up and show out. But you need to operate from a space of knowing that that's what it is. Come on now. Completion of cycles. You've stepped into a new cycle of change. Listen. Come on. Wish fulfilled. Self-care. Listen, y'all. I don't even need to go no more there. The universe is finna show up and show out. You need to get the fuck out the way. That's what you need to do. And you need to continue to tap in and do the work. Okay? Tap in and do the work. Okay. What's Spirit's message? What is the message from Spirit? What's Spirit's message? Let's see. Look at Spirit's message. You're very close to achieving your goal. And I'm done. I'm just going to go with the bottom of the deck and then I'm really done. Okay? And as you're very close to reaching and achieving your goal, you need to show the world who you really are. The universe is showing up and showing out. You just need to embrace it. That's all, y'all. The universe is showing up and showing out. You just need to embrace it. And I don't even know if that was a title that I had before. I had to go through. I really feel like that's the name of the title. The universe is showing up and showing out. I'm going to go through and see if I, or get ready because it's time. Get ready because it's time. It's time. Yeah, you know what it's time for? What I'm not going to tell you what it's time for because it's time, but that time is going to mean something different for everybody, okay? All right, my wonderful soul traveling gurus, right? We are in Aries season. This is baseline energy season. First week of Aries baseline energy is the light and the flower of life, which means establish who you are now as we are moving throughout the energy of the next 12 months, okay? So how you stepping out for this next 12 months is in the light with the flower of light, in awe. You walk in an expectation for synchronicities. You're walking in expectation that all of the seeds that you've planted, that people took advantage of, all of that love that you poured out, all of that kindness that you poured out, right? All of that help that you poured out, all of that understanding that you poured out, all of that kindness that you poured out. Every seed that you have planted, okay? And for some of you, this is not just seeds for the last couple of months. We're talking about going back to 2012 energy here. For some of you, this shit is stored up energy from fucking 2012, okay? Walk in expectance. You've earned this. You deserve this. It is yours to have. And not only have you earned this, you deserve this, and it's yours to have, you're worthy of this. Let me say that again. You are worthy of this. What? Come on now, gurus. What? The universe is going to show up and show out. And you've been asking for this quietly. It's time now. It's time. I love and appreciate you guys. Hold on. Am I actually live? Yeah, hold on. I thought I was pre-recording this. I just saw a comment popped up. Now I got to go to the comments because, my loves, I did not know that y'all was leaving comments. Hold on. Let me check the comments, y'all. I thought I was pre-recording this so I can see you guys, so I can release this for you guys. Oh, I didn't know that. Give me 1 second. Let's go check the comments out because I want to make sure that I'm saying hey to you guys. Hold on now. Because I was not watching the screen. I am not going to lie to y'all. I was not paying attention to the screen. Okay. I was not paying attention to the screen. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. Hey, Miss T. Hey, Miss T. Hey, Miss Kim. I'm so thankful for you guys. Okay. I did not know, but this is even better because yesterday I tried to send a record so you guys could have it for 6 o'clock this morning, or 5:30 this morning. And it wouldn't let me get on the live. It would tell me streaming update. I don't know what was going on with YouTube yesterday, but it was telling me it wasn't connecting to my microphone or my camera. I tried on both gadgets and it just wasn't. So I had to walk away, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I just have to walk away. But let me see. Okay, so I got Miss T in here in the chat, and I got Miss Kim. So what I'm gonna do, just to show my love and my thank you, because you guys have been day ones, I'm gonna pull a card for the day for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull a card for you guys. Just a small card. I am going to pull a card for you. Okay. All right, Miss T, we're gonna start with you first. And Miss Cam, we're gonna go ahead and then give you a card too, okay? You guys are the only two I see in the chat, so that's the only reason. I don't see anybody else that popped up in the chat, so we're gonna go ahead and yeah, no, we coming from my it's really my Big Mama deck. You're welcome, Miss Kim. Okay, we pulling from this deck right here, y'all. I love this deck, y'all. I had to put this on pre-order, y'all. I had to put this on pre-order, baby. Okay, so let's go. Okay, Okay, so we're gonna start with Miss T, and then we're gonna go to Miss Kim. But Miss Kim, I want to say, Miss Kim, I don't know what's going on with your vehicle, Miss Kim, but I feel like a new car, a new vehicle. Okay, so if you've been having problems with your vehicle, or if you've been having, all right, let me just go ahead and do Miss Kim first, Miss T, because Miss T, we're gonna do Miss Kim first because it popped out with Miss Kim's energy first. So we're gonna do that, Miss Kim. I am feeling something around your car, and if you've been having problems with your car, or you've been thinking about an upgrade to a car, right? You need to sit and meditate in that. Even if you haven't been thinking about that, there is an upgrade in your car coming, Miss Kim. Okay, upgrade in your car. All right. So, and if you don't have a car, you finna get a car. Okay. You. I sent you a message like months ago to let you know my number changed. Oh, my love, I miss you so much. I am going to send you another message when I get off of here again with my new number in case you didn't get it. Okay? Yes, you finally caught me. Yes, you did. I am going to send you. Oh, Miss Kim, really? You turned your car in recently? All right, Miss. Okay, so you need to know, Miss Cam, the new car is coming. Spirit is saying, see the car that you want. You're not thinking about money. You're not thinking about anything. Just see, because we are in the year where you really can get what you desire. Like, you've worked for this fucking shit. And I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about energetically. You put the work in for this shit. So it is yours to have. So see the car that you want, Miss Kim, because it's coming, okay? All right. I need to put my glasses on so I can see. Kalia, as soon as I get off this live, I'm finna send you my number. Okay. So, Miss Kim, this is what you need to know. It's saying sing. It's saying sing. Okay. Do you see this? First of all, I want you to see something here, Miss Kim. Look at her voice box. Do you see her voice box? And do you see as she's speaking or singing, that glow that comes out? This is literally what's going to be happening to you. As you speak it, it's going to come out. Now, here's the thing though, Miss Kim. You know, we don't do one-sided here, right? You're going to have to be mindful because it's not just positive things, okay? Anything spoken is now in the ethers to manifest in real time very quickly. So be very mindful of what you're speaking because it's activating as it comes out your mouth, okay? So you need to sing, aka speak those things that if they are not as they're not, okay? So speak what you want into existence. Use your spellings, okay, your words, right, to create the spells, aka manifest the things that you want to experience, okay? And they're also saying, Miss Kim, if you have not picked out a dealership yet, if you have not, I'm hearing be mindful because you're going to be led to exactly where to go to get this car. Whether it's online, a particular place, right? You're going to be led. Okay? Yeah. So let me just say this, Miss Kim. And I'm also hearing upgrade. Whatever this new car is going to be an upgrade. And the interesting thing is, and I'm telling you, it really feels like the universe is about to show up and show out. Like you're going to be in awe, dumbfounded that you got this car for this price and you only had to put this much down. Okay? And this much down could be $0. Okay, so I'm just telling you, you're going to be able to get this car without paying little to nothing. Okay? So see it? And I hear upgrade. Okay? All right. So now let's go. I'm going to give the Clea on here. Clea, I'm going to give you a card too. All right. Miss T, you're next. Miss T, just so you know, you got love all around you. You finna meet your divine partner, Miss T. Okay? You are welcome. Now, even Miss Kim, let me just say this. Even if you go and print you out a picture of the car that you want, okay? It may not be a 2026, but between 2020 and 2026. It doesn't feel like your car is going to go any older than 2020, okay? But if you want a 2026, Miss Kim, it's yours to have too for the price that you would not even believe. I'm telling you, you're going to be dumbfounded. And when that happens, could you please come back on here and let us know? Let us know, okay? All right. So, see? Listen, Kalia, no, because I remember I don't know if Kalia remembers this, but Kalia, remember when I told you we're getting a new car too? And Kalia had just already had like a nice new car, okay? And she got a word that she was getting a new car too. And it transpired. It transpired. So, I'm telling you, these things are real. It may not have went down the way Kalia wanted it to go down, but it did happen, okay? So, all right. See? Yep. Oh, yes. Yep. I did. I told you she was going to get it. Yep. See? Okay. Okay. Miss T said, I knew you were going to say that because I kept dreaming about this man. Oh, yeah. Miss T, he here, baby. And here's the scary part I'm going to say, Miss T. The scary part is this is going to be different from anything that you have experienced before. And this man is going to be the version of you. Okay, so let me just say this. Okay, so I'm going to say this to you, Miss T, right? Hear this out. Because this is important. Really for anybody listening that's really trying to tap into love. Okay, Miss T? Okay. And I'm laughing because I'm just... What you need to pay attention to, Miss T, is how fine his spirit is, right? Because the universe has a sense of humor, all right? A very unique sense of humor, Miss T, right? So we're not paying attention to looks, and it's not that you need to be attracted to somebody physically. I'm not saying that, right? But what you're going to find in this season, the person's soul and the person's resonance takes more weight on than their physical appearance. Okay. And I'm going to say that you will know him by his soul and his energy. The face and his looks is going to be secondary. So what you're going to find about him is not even his looks. Like, that's going to be secondary. But what you're going to find about him, Miss T, is that he is going to mirror you back to you. The beautiful versions of you that was mistreated, the beautiful versions of you that was not seen, the beautiful versions of you that were not appreciated, the beautiful versions of you that you've now just started to love and embrace about yourself. He's going to see all of those fragmented, beautiful, imperfect parts of you that makes you perfectly you. Okay, and that is what you're gonna resonate to. Okay, and I'm telling you right now, it's gonna scare the fuck out of you. It's gonna scare the fuck out of you, Miss T, because when somebody speaks you back to you, that's a scary feeling, because then you feel seen, you feel naked, and you're not used to that. Okay. Oh shit! Look at this. Look at this. This is your card, Miss T. Look up. Cloud of meditation, look up. Kelly always tells me this when I go out. She'd be like, okay, girl, I'm gonna need you to go out, sit at the bar. And when you go sit at the bar, just look up and smile. All you gotta do is look up. And this is what I feel. So this is my confirmation right here. Because this word right here, look up, is something that we say in my inner circle when you want to go out and meet new people. Just look up and smile, Miss T. Just look up and smile. And the interesting thing is, and I feel like it's gonna happen in the most unexpected way. The most unexpected way. And it even feels like you've kind of run into this person energetically already too, Miss T. Okay? So energetically you have, because like you said, you've been dreaming about him. So you have. So you're going to recognize him by his energy. Okay? By his energy. You're going to recognize him by his energy because you have already met him. You have already met him and you've been preparing for him. And he's been preparing for you too. Because what you're going to find is this person, Miss T, has done the fucking work. He's done the work. That's the difference. The difference is he has done the work. And he's spiritual too. Okay? So he's done the work and he's spiritual. Okay? All right. Let's see what we got for Kalia. Kalia, why am I hearing this song in my spirit for you? Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Do-do-do-do. Ain't no stopping us now. You're welcome, Miss T. We're on the move. I do not know what you got going on, Kalia, but that sounds right about like you though. Don't nothing stop you. You get the lesson and you move on. You're welcome, Miss T. Okay, Kalia said I just got my little. Okay, so Kalia, you want to look up Moonwalker, right? Look up the song I'm Feeling Myself by Moonwalker, Kalia. That's my new anthem, okay? My new anthem is I'm Feeling Myself by Moonwalker. And I think, baby girl, that's going to be right up your alley too, because that's what I'm feeling, Kalia. I'm feeling myself energy. Uh-huh. Miss Kim, if you're open for divine connection, just know that it's happening this year. If you have really been doing your work, please know there is a convergence window between this Aries season and next Aries season. So divine union for you going into this next season of your life. There's a convergence happening this year. Okay. Because you need to meet your divine partner between now and 2030 for those of us that's doing our work. Okay? Now, and for those of you that already have a partner, right, but they have not been doing their work, just know if you know that this is your person, you're going to start to see them shifting over to being higher level of consciousness, to being more diligent in their spiritual walk as we've now entered into this portal, okay? So, Kalia, I need you to look up that song by Moonwalker, okay? I need you to look up that song by Moonwalker, Kalia, because that's the vibe that you're going to get from that song. But I also feel, like I said, Ain't no stopping me now. Um, you finna travel a lot though, Kalia. I see you driving a lot, right? I see you driving a lot, Kalia. And I don't know if that's pertaining to your business because I see expansion, right? I see you driving a lot, but I also see you getting on planes. And you're getting on planes with the kids, though. So I don't know if this is an up and coming vacation, an up and coming trip, but I see you getting on a plane with the kids. I see you driving around a lot. The driving around, I see you with signs with the driving around, right? So I think that that's related to the business aspect. But the plane, like the getting on planes, it feels like there's going to be a freedom that you're now stepping into, Kalia, where and I doesn't, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how I'm picking it up. This is exactly how it's coming through, okay? This is exactly how it's coming through. It's coming through as you've now stepped into a season where money is not an issue, right? And when I say money is not an issue, meaning the things that you enjoy doing, you are freely able to move in and out of those things, right? And I'm not talking about spending a lot of, you drive a lot of, okay, so yeah, so the driving, I know it's connected to work. And because I saw the signs on what you do, I knew it was connected to work because I know what you do, right? So that much. But you are coming into a financial freedom unlike you've ever known before, okay? And I see multiple streams of income. So all of these projects that you may have been working on, and they're telling me between 4 and 5 years now, you have so many things that's written out, right? And planned and literally just ready to be pulled off of the shelf, right? So what you want to pay attention to energetically between 2026 to 2027, you want to go and pull out what you're led to because you got shit on the fucking shelf that can make you money while you fucking sleep. Okay? You got business plans on the shelf that can make you money while you sleep. Now, the problem was back then was not the time. So it's not that those ideas were not I want to say prosperous ideas, right? It's not that. It just wasn't the fucking time. But the time is now. So you want to go back through those plans and you want to pull out the ones that Spirit says you need to take out. Once you pull out the ones that Spirit said you need to take out, the only thing you need to do at that point is to take that business plan and meditation because you already have the outline. So you don't have to outline shit because I know you. I know what the fuck you do. So you would have already had A to Z to B, back up to A, maybe with some bullet points at A, okay, and how you want it to fan out. So you already got everything. You don't need to, like it's all mapped out. I already know that about you, okay? So it's not a matter of mapping out now. It's a matter now of bringing that from the unseen realm into the physical realm. And the way that you do that is through meditation, okay? So you're not meditating on how this is going to happen. You're not meditating on when this is going to happen. You're meditating on seeing yourself doing this, okay? So all you're meditating on is the doing aspect, okay? So say, for example, if it's something of you traveling and giving motivational speeches, right? You're not trying to figure out how the fuck that's going to happen. What you're doing is seeing yourself on the stage, seeing yourself in front of the crowd, seeing yourself reciting the message. That's how your meditation look because you already have everything all mapped out, okay? So your money's going to increase. Money is going to work for you while you're sleeping, okay? And let me just say this to you too, okay? What I'm hearing Spirit say is you have been kind. Oh, hey, Taj. Oh, you finna get a card too, Taj. You finna get a card too. All right. What I'm hearing, Kalia, is you have given selfishly or selflessly to so many people, and I'm hearing the universe say, watch me give selflessly back to you. Watch me give selflessly back to you. Okay? And can I just say, didn't I say that's what the title of this video was? I said the title of this video was The Universe is going to Show Up and Show Out. And just so you know, Kalia, I really, 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 really feel that depth in my heart. The universe is fitting to show up and show out for you. Okay? Shirley! You're here! Shirley gets a call too! Okay. All right, so we got Taj Taj, and then we got Shirley. Okay, Kalia, here's your card. Here's your card, Kalia. Oh, and this fits you, hood love community. And can I just tell you, this right here, this right here is exactly. First of all, Kalia, I want you to pay attention. Look at his hand. Look at his hand. Hood love. You see that ball in his hand, like that vortex? You just need to know anything your hands fucking touch is gonna prosper. Anything your hand touches is gonna prosper. Anything your hand touches is gonna prosper. You got that hood love. And where love, if everything reigns supreme. Like it's happening. It's happening, okay? Just know, and you got a community already too. You got a community. And the interesting thing is the community that you have, right? This community really wants you to succeed, right? I don't care if it's only one motherfucking person. I don't even care if it's just everybody here in the chat with you today, okay? You just need to know that. Okay. You just need to know that. Okay. So Kalia, I'm glad that you received it. Okay, because I'm so and y'all know, just I like to hear when stuff happens and you get to the other side of this. Just let me come back and leave a message. Come back and leave a message. Okay, Miss Kim. I'm just gonna tell you what I pick up for you really quickly in love, Miss Kim. I feel love around you too, but it's an older gentleman. This is somebody older than you. And the beautiful thing about this gentleman, Miss Kim, is he wants the love that you have to give. So there is love around you. So he's gonna be a little bit older than you though. So the question is, do you want to deal with an older man, Miss Kim? That's the question. Okay, and Miss Kim, he gonna be okay financially because he feels retired with a nice pension. So you're not gonna have to worry about being provided from or having to take care of nobody. Okay, so he got a nice pension and he got insurance. Okay, and even though he's older, Miss Kim, you need to know he's older, but he young. Okay, he know how to keep up with the youngins. All right, yeah, just so you know, Miss Kim. Okay, all right, so. Let's see. Who was next? Taj. All right. Let's see. All right. Taj. Kalia said, come on, pension. Kalia says, come on, pension. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, Miss Kim. Okay, Miss Kim, that's beautiful. Because you're going to find him right in that cusp, like 50, 51, 52, 53. I feel between 50 and 60, Miss Kim. Okay, he's going to be between 50 and 60. All right? Just so you know. All right? Okay. What's going on with Taj? Taj, I'm hearing for you. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself, right? I'm hearing that for you, Taj. All right, so let's find out where Taj is feeling herself today. Why is Taj feeling herself? Let's see. We're finna see why Taj feeling herself over here. We finna see why Taj is feeling herself. Yeah, Shirley's from the UK. Shirley's a UK guru. Yeah. Okay. So, Taj, I hear I'm feeling myself, and I know, okay, because I know I've been talking to you about, I've mentioned this to you before. And I got to stick in the vine of what I'm feeling and what's coming out in your field really resonant. And for you, Taj, it's love. And I don't know if you're dating anybody. I know we spoke behind the scenes, and I'm not quite sure how that translated, right? But for you, I feel divine union. This is the energy that you're tapping into this year. And it's been a long time. And what I'm hearing, Taj, is because it's been such a long time, and it's kind of, I'm laughing because it's kind of like you're so nonchalant about a relationship. Like it feels like you're so nonchalant about a relationship that you enjoy your solitude, you enjoy your quiet time, right? And you're teetering between, do I even want to be bothered or not? You know, do I even want to be bothered or not? Like, and I don't know if the last situation has transpired to anything. Okay, like I don't know. Taj, that's what I'm talking about. Taj, your issue, Taj, is not going to be that it's not going to be presented to you. The issue that you're going to be presented with, Taj, is whether or not you even want to come out of your hermit mode and share your space, because you be like, I'm fine over here by myself. I really need, like, I'm good. Taj, like, I don't need no drama. I don't need no explanation. I don't need to explain myself to nobody. Like, like I done created my peace over here. Like, stay with all. And I am going to say this. One of the synchronicities that you're going to be paying attention to, Taj, is because he's going to be super spiritual. Okay? So, I don't know, like I said, I know we talked, about the brief, when last time we talked, I remember what you told me. And if that's no longer a thing, which I don't feel like it's a thing, I don't feel like that's a thing anymore. That energy does not feel like it's in your present field anymore, okay? Which is probably why I'm picking up on this particular energy, because that person don't feel like they're in your field anymore, okay? But this new person coming in is highly spiritual. This is not somebody that's on some bullshit. It's a thing. I don't know, Taj. Well, let me say, okay, so, okay. So for Taj, I gotta get a different deck of cards, okay, y'all, because, I feel somebody highly spiritual coming in, Taj. So if this person is not doing their work, because I feel like, even if this person is still a thing, I feel like you have some reservations here. And it's not that this person is a bad person. It's not that this person is a bad person. It's not that this person is not a kind person. But this person may not be on the spiritual level that you are now, that you have stepped into. All right? And you're going to need somebody to be able to hold the depths of your spirituality. So if he's not really trying to tap in on a deeper level, eventually you will outgrow that situation. Okay? Eventually you will outgrow that situation. Okay? Because you're already much more spiritually in tune than he is. All right? I'm just going to tell you right now. And if you don't have somebody that's spiritually in tune, and I think, okay, and what they're saying this was just to get you out in the waters. This particular one was just for you to get your feet wet, because you really don't want to come out your hermit mode. You really don't want to come out your hermit mode, Tosh, okay? Like this gentleman, yeah. See, yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, you do have somebody coming into your field. This is not your forever person, Taj. And you already know it. I'm just confirming what you already know. I'm just confirming. The fact that you say I would rather leave now than later, you already know. You already know that this is not your person. You already know that this is not your person. So if you're already, and if you already are energetically carrying weight that this person should be carrying their own energetic weight, right? And it doesn't, I'm not talking about financial or material weight here. I'm talking about spiritual weight, emotional weight, and mental weight, okay? If you feel like you're already starting to carry some of this stuff because they're not owning their own stuff, that's also going to be confirmation, okay? But you are much more spiritually advanced than this person. And this person, like I said, they're not a bad person. And it's not that you can't maybe make something work with this person, but you're way, like the level that you've gotten to spiritually, you need somebody to match you there, okay? That's not something, eventually what's going to happen is the spiritual aspect is going to send you in different ways because you're going to outgrow him, all right? So it feels like although he's a nice guy, although you can still have fun, you can still have fun and you can do all of that, this is not your forever person because you've grown. Even from the last time that I've talked to you, you're just not the same person, okay? And you need somebody that's going to keep you, what's the word I'm looking for? Let me show you the card that I feel. This is what I feel. Like you need somebody. So if this is you, Taj, with all of the seeds, you need somebody that can hold this without break. Like I wish I had a card with two hands. Let's even look at this card with the two hands. You need somebody that's going to be able to hold you with both hands and not drop you. It really feels like right now like he's kind of holding it like this. Right? He don't see the awe and the wonder because he's not doing his work fully. He's not doing his work fully. And I feel like he's still possibly, he's not a bad person. So I don't want to make it feel like that. But it's like possibly the opportunities that he may have been given to heal, he may be running from some of that work. And that's probably why the shift has taken place. Okay? Right? And you got somebody already in your field feeling you too. You got somebody around, yeah. And I feel like this energy to this person, this new person, because it is a new person, Taj. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a new person, okay? And the energy of this new person that's coming into your vortex, they're highly creative too. So they're in the arts of some form. I don't know if it's dancing, acting, a painter. This person is not only spiritual, but they're also an artist. So that's another way that you're going to be able to connect on a deeper level, okay? They're into some type of art form. They're artistic in some way, okay? So, let's get your card. Ooh, Taj, your card is trust. Bliss and trust. That's your energy, Taj. Because I feel like that's what it is right now. I feel like right now, and I don't even know if you're a Capricorn, Taj. I don't know if you're a Capricorn. But I feel right now that you are in a situation where you would throw the baby out with motherfucking bathwater right now. Like yeah. No blankets. No, like you could take the soap, you could take the bath, you could take the baby, you could take the towel, you could take everything, okay? So you're stepping into a season of trust, okay? She said, my Pisces ass can't handle. No, you can. And you can. Oh, you can. And you've been navigating it. And because you're a Pisces, you understand more than most. See, you get it. Because remember, your archetype as a Pisces is understanding. So that's why you take all them notes that you take. That's why you take all them notes that you take. Okay, so you'll get there, and it's not something to force, Todd. It's an inner knowing. All you got to do is trust your inner knowing. Trust how your body feels. Does your body feel? If your body feels tight, that's a warning sign. If your body feels relaxed, that's a warning sign. If it feels anxious but not tight and not relaxed, you need to go and see. Okay, is this a warning or is this me just being scared and nervous? Okay, but your body's always going to tell you. Okay, always going to tell you, and that's what you're tapping into. Okay, all right, so now let's do Shirley, my love. Let's see what you got going. Shirley said something earlier about AJ. Let me go back up and see what Shirley said. Okay, Shirley's AJ's issue is lack of self-belief. Okay, AJ's issue is lack of self-belief, Shirley. He don't believe in himself, Shirley. That's the problem, okay? And until he does, we talked about this before. Remember we talked about AJ got money waiting for him, but if AJ don't see that money, AJ can't have that money, okay? But this is what you don't want to do, Shirley. You don't want to take on AJ's energetic signature, okay? So because AJ has not stepped into that part of himself yet, the best thing for you to do is to lead by example because you're already an empath. So what you don't want to do is to step in the way for you to be taking on the energetic work that AJ needs to be doing, okay? Because you're an empath, okay? So, and then I'm going to tell you this too because I told you already that I do see a future for you and AJ, but AJ needs to do his work, okay? AJ needs to do his work. Yes. Now, okay, so, all right. First of all, let's get into this for you, Shirley. We're going to look at your energy and we're going to look at AJ's energy, okay? Because AJ, you can't save AJ. Everything is right there waiting for AJ, okay? Everything right there waiting for AJ. The problem is it's AJ, okay? That's the problem, okay? The problem is AJ. And AJ needs to get out of the victimhood. It is not everybody's fault, all right? It is not everybody's fault. Not everybody's fault. So he needs to get out of that shit. That's first. First, she said his issues are above my pay grade. All right. Okay. Ooh. Okay, Shirley, let's check this out. So, you do have separation popping up here, Shirley, right? You do have twin flames energy popping up here. You do have mirror energy popping up here. Let me just explain a few things. This separation may not necessarily be a physical separation. This could be an energetic separation where you are no longer being an enabler to his emotional and mental, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word that when people beat up on themselves, self-defecation, right? So you're not going to entertain his self-defecation anymore. When he beats up on himself and you're like, oh no, baby, that's okay. Oh no, baby, no. You're not going to do that no more, right? So you're going to hold him accountable for that, right? So what you're going to do when he starts to do that is say to him things like, that can only be if you decide it to be. If you don't see yourself and if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. How do you understand? But it is not, it's not, okay. So, and I also want to say this too. If you live together, okay, if you live together, this can turn into a physical separation because you are an empath. You will not be able to sit in that energy while he gets his shit together. But here's the catcher, Shirley. This is your counterpart, right? So you are here to help each other. And y'all know I don't really like twin flames energy. Y'all know how I feel about this twin flame shit. I don't like the twin flame shit. I prefer to use mirroring energy because the only person you meet is you, okay? So, you and AJ are definitely in a relationship where you're learning from each other. You and AJ are definitely in a relationship where you're growing. This is not just a physical growth. He is teaching you to grow in spaces within yourself, okay, that needs growth. You're also doing that for him, but sometimes he's babied. Sometimes he's babied. And he's gotten used to that, okay? He's comfortable, all right? So there may be a physical separation here, right? Because of the work that's needed. But once the situation, I want to say, because you also have mirroring energy. But I want to say once he's done his work, right? Because there's a bit of codependency here too. Right? But once he's done his work, I feel like you guys are going to come to a place where you can build at a deeper level. Okay? Because what's happening right now, because he doesn't fully believe in himself, Shirley, there's a codependent energy here. All right, and we didn't really get into it the last time because you were asking questions more based on him, right? But I am gonna say I would not. I can't tell you what to do. But energetically, it would not be beneficial for you to say I do until he get this part of himself together. Okay? Because because you are an empath energetically, if he does not do the work, you are going to energetically take on the burden of him. And then they're just not okay, yeah. See? Okay. Yeah, no, yeah, Shirley, so you already know. Okay, and let me tell you about that negative speech, Shirley, okay? That negative speech, to be really honest with you, you need to be mindful of that because what you don't want is you don't want that to linger into your field. Okay, so he's so he's not, okay, that's good. I'm glad that y'all don't live together, Shirley, so that makes it much easier. Right? So the separation doesn't have to be a full-fledged breakup. It could just maybe as much time as you spend when he gets into those negative spaces. Excuse yourself. Excuse yourself. That's all. You got to excuse yourself. But what I see here is somebody, if you are not careful, Shirley, he will drain you energetically because he don't want to do the work. He's still in self-doubt. Okay? And the interesting thing is all it takes is a decision for him to make. Once he makes a decision that he's going to believe in himself, immediately shit will change. Like fucking immediately things will change. Okay? Because he's not a bad person. He's not a bad person, you know? But he just don't want to do the work. All right, let me give you your card now. Okay? Let's see. Come on, man. Come on with it. All right, Shirley, your card is creation. The manifester. Okay? And this is what he's drawn to, and he don't even know it, right? But he got to do his work, okay? So you need to know that you walk in this manifestation energy. And we talked about this. And part of that too is going back to your background of that very seductive background you had, because you're able, right? You're able to pull things into being from that world. So that world that we talked about, that you know, even some of the experiences that you had in that very sensual world, right? That's because you're a creator. Mm-hmm. You're right, you're a magician. Uh-huh. And you know it too. You know it. You know it too. You absolutely know it. This has been fun. Maybe I need to start doing it this way in the morning time, y'all. I like this. This has been fun. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Okay, I like this. I don't even think Kelly Cows know I was on live today. I like this. All right, y'all. So how long have I been on here? Let's see. Because I got other things to do. Ooh, girl. Yeah, we've been on here for an hour. All right. So can I just, do you guys like the lives better when I come on like this, or do you like the pre-recorded ones? The pre-recorded ones, you know, are my favorites because I don't have to, I can set it and forget it. But I actually like the interaction, so let me know when you got, what you guys like. And I know Miss T liked the pre-recorded one because Miss T liked to get up in the morning while she getting dressed. You were so welcome. You were so welcome. Okay. All right. I need to. Okay, so this is what I can promise. You like both? Okay, so this is what I can promise, okay? How about this? I am going to show up live. We're going to start with once a week. I'm going to show up live once a week. I'm going to show up live once a week, okay? The pre-recording is better for me, y'all, because I have some other stuff that I would like to bring to you guys that I'm working on. So to pre-record, it helps me to stay focused, that I could just get the message out and get off. But I love like just jumping on here with you guys. I absolutely love this. So I'm going to start doing it once a week, which I was supposed to already be doing it once a week, okay? And now I also want to tell you guys, really, take advantage of what I'm sharing with you guys as far as the archetype and how we're using this energy for the next 12 months, okay? We're in Aries season. We're working on acceptance for Aries season, okay? Acceptance for Aries season. And in acceptance, you're tapping into your I am energy, all right? So who are you? What is your I am energy? What is your baseline energy? And when I talk about baseline energy, who are you to the world? Who does the world see? Okay, now let's peel that back one layer, right? When you feel triggered, when you feel anxious, when you feel nervous, when you feel rage or whatever these emotions, you know, what is your baseline? What do you go back to calm you down, right? Because you're either going back to something to get you back into a place of wholeness and grounded, or you're going back to a space that's going to ignite you and cause you to react versus taking action. So for the month of Aries season, we are establishing our baseline energy that when we get triggered or anything off the wall happens, you go back to this baseline energy, even if it's just taking a breath for 5 seconds, even if it's just ending the conversation and walking away until you gain composure, okay? Whatever that is, we're tapping into baseline energy because you're going to need emotional and mental maturity, okay? Between now and 2030. That's your fucking job, okay? Because between now and 2030, if you think things have changed in the world, baby, your mouth ain't dropped long enough yet. And I'm so confident in the shit that I be talking about now because I had to go back and really tap into my fucking track record. Yeah, I really am her. I am that chick that know what the fuck I'm talking about. Some of the things that's unfolding right now in real time for my day ones, y'all remember we've been talking about this shit from since 2020, 2019, 2021. Like the shit that we were talking about in 2021 is unfolding now. Okay? So on that note, the major thing that needs to happen in this month, in Aries season, is we're establishing our baseline energy that when we are triggered, anxious, nervous, feel fearful, this is the energy we go back to ground ourselves. So think about that. What would you like your baseline energy to be? Okay? Look at that. Okay, so I asked God to give me the strength of my mom and my grandma and grandmother and kick butt. I called this dumb and told them to leave. They called this dumb. See, look at that. Shirley, you an impact. Tap into it, baby. Okay. All right. Miss T said both. Okay, guys. So Miss T, we're gonna do both, and I am going to pick a day where we can definitely have our lives. But I really the pre-recording helps me to stay focused. Pre-recording helps. I didn't even know I was on live today. That's why I didn't interact with y'all in the beginning because I didn't know. I thought I hit unlisted. Okay, but I love the interaction. All right, my loves, my gurus. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow we'll be back here. Don't forget the energy and the archetype that you walking with confidently and boldly this week is delight, expectation, synchronicities, the tree of life. Okay, everything beautiful is yours to have and experience. You have done the motherfucking work to get here. Okay, you have done the work to enjoy the things that are popping up in your experience. Don't let fear stop you. And the universe has a sense of humor. So the universe will send you your divine partner, maybe with the same birthday of the person that broke your fucking heart. Okay? So be open. Okay? Be open. Allow the energy to flow instead of trying to be stagnant. Instead of trying to squeeze it and hold it. Okay? So on that note, my lovely gurus, y'all know I love and I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay? I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Okay, Shirley, you got this because you already know what to do. Miss T, I love you so much. Taj, I love you so much. Khalid, I'm about to tell you my number. I love you. Miss Kim, I love you so much. I just thank you guys for being supportive. And continue to shine. All right. So y'all know the deal. You want to go ahead and do something kind for yourself because you absolutely fucking should. All right. And you want to do something kind for somebody else, not because you should, but because you can. Happiness is contagious. Joy is contagious. Laughter is contagious. A smile is contagious. So why not share those things? Those are free things that you can give. Okay. Free things that you can give. All right. On that note, my lovely soul traveling gurus, this message and this transmission is over and out. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, my loves.